What's up guys, Shinlex back at it for another video, and today we're doing what if Naruto was Obito's son. So let's get into it. Okay, so last time we left off, Obito kidnapped Naruto from his grandparents. Obito then took Naruto to Madara's hideout. Madara, Obito showed Naruto to Madara and explained to him that he is his son and that his wife recently died. Madara says interesting as he looks at the boy. As he says, he could prove useful. As he then says to Obito that I'll have the Zetsus train him. And we then skip about 3 years. Naruto's about 4 years old at this time. He then looks at Obito and says, Papa, as he says, can you pick me up? As Obito picks up Naruto and smiles. We then skip about, sorry for another time skip. We skip about 2 years. As Naruto is getting trained by Zetsu, they spar a little bit. Naruto does fireball jutsu and clones. He can do this and is what if, and he has the first Tomoe Sharingan. So, final time skip. We skip about 12 years, where Naruto looks like he does in this picture. Okay, so one day Naruto's eating his breakfast as he then asks his father, are you going on another mission? Obito says, yeah. Naruto then says, can I come with you? Obito says, no, don't worry, when the time is right, you come with me. As Naruto gets a little impatient and begs Obito to come with him. Obito finally lets up and lets him on the mission as he thinks it's time that he knew what he did. He then lurks in the trees with Naruto and explains to him, we have a righteous mission to collect all the bijou. As Naruto has heard this many times in his life, this is his first time Obito is actually going in depth. He then explains, if we collect all the bijou, we can achieve world peace. Wait a minute. Is that Madara's? Is that Obito's thing? Is that Nagato's? Wait, give me a second. Okay, guys, scratch what I just said. He then tells Naruto that the reason why to gather all the ten tails is because he's gonna live in a land of peace where nothing can hurt you, and you're surrounded by all your loved ones. As Naruto smiles, as Obito then gets a little dark and explains all the people we killed to get the bijou, they'll be revived. Naruto then thinks about this for a second. We're killing bijou hosts, but they'll come back, and everybody will have world peace. As he thinks about this for a moment, as he thinks that's fair, as they won't really be dead, as Naruto then agrees with his father. And by the way, Naruto wears what he does in the picture. So yeah, Naruto and Obito then look at the target, the Three Tails. Obito throws a kunai at the Three Tails, but the Three Tails quickly dodges it, grabs it, and melts it with his blue flames. He then spots them and does Hell's Fireball, which creates a massive blue fireball that launches at the tree. This burns the tree, and Naruto jumps out and says, Father, as Obito is still in the tree. As right behind the Three Tails, Obito appears behind him. He then grabs his neck, and right before he's about to snap it, he then gets blown back by a fire cloak. He then has to Kamui away. So Obito says, oh, he burnt me. As he then looks at his charred hands. Naruto says, look out, father, as he does fireball jutsu. As a fireball jutsu, he's straight for Obito. Obito Kwamui's through the fireball, and it hits the three tails. He then, Obito, while the three tails is not really hurt because fire doesn't really, I feel like it won't really hurt him that much. It's probably more of the impact than the fire. And the details is kind of dazed for a second as he then Obito then grabs the Three-Tails shirt and slams him into the ground. The Three-Tails activates his his cloak as Obito does does the his special move as he Kamuis and puts his hand at the Three-Tails heart and unkamuis, sending his hand straight into his heart, killing him. As they then congratulate each other for a job well done, they go home. And guys, I don't remember if the fire guy is the three tails or the two tails, but that doesn't matter at the moment. Don't worry about it. Um, so yeah. By the way, this video is not scripted. The first one was. I think you guys noticed that a little bit. Um, because I'm just trying to get daily uploads. Um, so what I'm gonna do for each part, the first part is always gonna be scripted, and the second part won't be scripted, and the third part and the last part will be scripted because I want the first and last part to be more better. So they go home, and since really Naruto doesn't go into the academy, no Chunin arc, nothing really interesting happens. So I've never done this before, but just skip 2 years. He's about 14. He has a 3 to 1 Sharingan. So at this age, they've collected near all the tailed beasts except one, the nine tails. He then looks at the nine tails and then Obito finds it. It's in Kakashi's son, Minato. Yeah, Kakashi's son, Minato. And you guys must be thinking, what happened? So basically, what happened was after the Nine Tails attack, Minato and Kushina didn't have a child. By the time Kakashi had a child with the person that he had a child with in the original, I can't remember her name. Did he have a child? I don't remember. Same person, and at the time the little kid was a baby, and they had nobody to seal the Nine Tails in. So um, Kakashi stepped up, did it, and by the way, Obito him, freed the Nine Tails, and also he put the Nine Tails inside Kakashi's baby, and to honor Minato's memory, named him Minato. So yeah, and when Obito finds this knowledge out, he has a slick smile across his face, thinking revenge for killing Rin. That's all that Obito can think about. And Naruto looks at Obito when they did some scouting. They found out and was a little worried while his father was smiling. So so a lot. He was just smiling a lot, and he just think maybe it's because his dream was finally coming true to attain um a dreamland. So yeah. So Naruto and Kakashi hunt this child down, and he's about 12 years old. They see this kid with white hair and is a spitting image of Kakashi. Obito then says this is gonna be all the better as Naruto doesn't feel right. As he then asks his father, questions him that is it right to kill a little child? he's he's not even a teenager as as Naruto questions his morals. And Obito then reminds him when we get all the tailed beasts that they'll all be revived, as this kind of grounds Naruto, as he then agrees to the assassination of the small kid. Obito then appears right behind the child, beginning to do the same neck snapping that he did all those years. He attempts to snap his neck, but that's when something interesting happens. Kakashi appears right behind Obito and throws a kunai, hitting his shoulder. Obito jumps in the air and takes out the kunai, as Obito then says Kakashi. As Obito then says Naruto, you handle the kid. I'll fight Kakashi. As Kakashi rushes Obito, and Obito does the same. Kakashi does activates a Chidori and attempts to thrust into Obito's heart. Obito kamawis and punches Kakashi in the face, and then grabs his shirt, slamming him to the ground. Kakashi then gets back up and intends to kamui Obito's head out. As he then attempts the kamui, as Obito dodges the kamui, as basically he goes underground. He comes in the ground so Kakashi can't hit him. So he then appears up the ground grabbing Kakashi's leg. He then begins to spin Kakashi around and throws him. Meanwhile, Naruto is fighting this little kid. He has his one Tomoe Sharingan activated, and it's actually going really easy on him, thinking if he should really be fighting the kid. The kid throws a punch at Naruto. Naruto dodges the punch, grabs the little boy's arm, and begins to punch his chest. He Minato then coughs out blood, and Naruto punches him one more time. He then coughs out more blood as Kakashi sees his son. He goes ballistic as his Mangekyo Sharingan reaches a new height as he then kamui's Naruto arm right off. Naruto begins to scream as he looks at his hand. In a bloody rage, Naruto screams as he stabs Kakashi's kid with a lightning blade right through the chest. Obito kamuis the little kid away. They go through the ground together and they escape. Due to they have to salvage the kid quickly because you can't take the tail piece off a dead horse. I don't think you can. So yeah, sorry guys, my computer battery is like 1%. I just need to put it. Yeah. So yeah, so Naruto and the little boy escape. They managed to extract the nine tails off him, and we then cut to Kakashi wallowing in guilt, thinking about if he should do it as he looks at a knife, thinking if he should end his life. He then thinks, I will, but not now, when I kill Obito. As they harvest the nine tails, make a decision that um that they don't have all the tailed beasts yet. I don't think they do. Did I say that they do? Well, they don't. They still have the 8, 7, and 6. They've taken Gaara's and all the others, 8, 7, and 6. They then make a plan. They put the nine tails inside Naruto, and they put a Madara. Madara alive? He might be. Yeah, this story is just scuffed, honestly. I'm just trying to get a video out today. I might do a redo of this what if, because the first one's kind of scuffed too. Um, yeah, my whole house was just filled with noise. My siblings were everywhere. But I only have 2 siblings, but my parents were watching a really loud movie, so I had to do it in the kitchen. The kitchen with the fridge was terrible. and I was standing up the whole time, so that was bad. So yeah, so that's where I'm gonna leave the video off. This was kind of scuff. Type scuff in the chat and I'll give you a shout out. You know what? I'll give a few people a shout out right now. And don't question those pictures of dogs. I just know what I see something. Oh yeah, comment down below if you guys wanted want how much money do I make video. It's actually kind of crazy how much a small creator like me barely getting reviews, only 200. Can you imagine? And the amount of money I get because of that. I think what if YouTubers get more? Okay, wait, let me find them. Okay, I think I found them. Yeah, shout out to ETP Jaden. Yeah, subscribe to his channel. I don't think he makes video, but still subscribe. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave the video off. First comment gets a shout out. Let me shout out one more person. No, there's a few first. This dimensional Sharingan, so sad. Took me so long to make, but didn't get that many views. I think it's because of the thumbnail was kind of garbage. Oh, ETP Jaden was first again. Okay, double shout out, I guess. God, it's one of the loyal ones. Jeez. Dang. So that's where I'm gonna leave it off, guys. Hope you enjoyed. That's kind of scuffed, but still, hope you guys enjoyed. Bye, guys.